Hello there, beautiful friends. In today's video I'm going to share with you my super quick and simple audition makeup. This is the makeup that I've been using so much lately because I've been getting a lot of last minute auditions, and this is also great if you're low on time and you just want to look put together for a very simple and natural everyday type of makeup look. If you're new to my channel, then surprise surprise, I love a very simple and easy natural type of makeup look. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve that. So two products that are like the feature of this video that I have been trying out and absolutely loving lately. This is the Revealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer. This is the one by Kosas. This is in the shade 6.8W, and I've been loving this one. And another product that I have been using nonstop is the Makeup Forever HD Setting Powder in the shade 3.0, which is Golden Beige. So these two products are the star of this video. If you want to see how I achieved this super simple and easy audition makeup slash everyday makeup look, then make sure that you keep watching. Don't mind my hair, it's actually not done. I have a leave-in, but whatever. My face is already prepped. I put some aloe gel on my face, and I also use the CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Lotion. This has SPF 30 and I love this so freaking much. It just feels so nice on the skin. I haven't found anything else other than the Smashbox Photo Finish that I really like and that works on my skin, meaning like it doesn't irritate me or cause me to break out. So I'm just gonna stick to what I know. My skin has been acting up, so I'm really gonna focus this on the areas where I have some post-acne marks and stuff like that. I really like this primer. If you guys have any other primers that you recommend that you like, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm very oily and acne prone, and my skin is just very particular. There were a couple that I tried recently, not recently, I would say within the year, but I just threw them out because they irritated my skin. My favorite thing for brows is the Brow Stylist Definer by L'Oreal. I get it in the shade Dark Brunette, and I don't honestly do anything too crazy. I just like brush them up and out and over, what have you. I really just fill in the front and then do a line at the bottom and then a line on the top. My brows naturally have like a really nice shape. They're not done, by the way. I'm trying to like grow them out. They don't look as full or as like, I don't know, they just look different. I feel like the last couple times I've gotten them threaded, they've done them so thin that I feel like my eyebrows are not growing back in the way that they used to. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was growing them out, so that's why they're not done. Like a rough fill-in, like it doesn't have to be perfect. So it's gonna be a quick audition, right? Like quick everyday makeup out the door. Like if your friend texts you and she's like, girl, let's go to Home Goods and Target, but you want to look presentable, this is like the makeup that you do. So anyways, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So for me, I love my eyes. They're like my favorite feature. I love to accentuate my eyes and make it pop. If there's any type of makeup I'm gonna do, I'm gonna focus on my eyes. However, my under eye area is my problem. I do have like deep set eyes, kind of under eye crease, and when I'm not sleeping and I'm stressed, and the dark circles, and you know, I feel like a combination of all those things just makes everything look worse. So on camera I want to look alive. I use a Bobbi Brown corrector, and I have this in the shade light medium to peach. You can use this alone if you want to. I personally don't. When I first tried it, I thought it wasn't gonna match. I actually think I vlogged that and I was like, ooh, this is too peach, but then when you apply it, it actually looks perfectly fine. So I like to use it with this brush right here. This is from Eco Tools. You can use your fingers. Sometimes I use my fingers too, and I just put this under my eye area because it's gonna help the concealer when I finally apply it just look so much better. And you don't need to put a lot, actually. I just put it on roughly. Wow, I went too low. I went lower than I usually do. That's what happens when you're not wearing contacts and you can't see anything. But just like a rough application under the eye area, and I always go like right here because my glasses gives me an indent on my nose. This is just gonna help my under eye area just look more, you know, less Walking Dead, less you know, I contemplated getting fillers. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not that person that's like, oh, well, this cosmetic procedure. But if there's anything that I would consider getting, it probably would be like the under eye fillers. I just don't know if I would even be a good candidate for that. I've watched a lot of videos, other women that have gotten it, and they've documented their entire experience going for a consultation. So I saw like the type of test that they do. They basically like put their finger right here, and if it's a huge difference in the under eye area, concealer, then you would be a good candidate. I don't know if every doctor does that, but the ones that I saw did that, and I just kind of felt like, maybe I wouldn't be a good candidate for this. Sometimes I do bring this up like right in here. The next thing I do, this is like the key lately that I've been using for my everyday quick makeup and for my audition, is the Kosas concealer. I picked this up like a month or two ago, maybe more than that. I was really interested in Kosas because I remember watching Sunkissed Alba's video, like her clean girl makeup look, and she talked about Kosas a lot. I've been loving the Kosas. I just put a little bit in my inner corner of my eye like that, and then I just do one swipe out like that. And then I do the same thing on the other side, and I start this way first, very minimally, because you realize that you've been overdoing concealer. And then I just put a little bit where I need it, where I have some redness, some scarring like I've mentioned. I always go outside of my lips like this. I just feel like it makes my lips look punchier. By the way, I also have a lip plumper on that I just tested from my Walmart beauty box. I'll show it to you in a second. If you're new here, when I do my makeup, I'm not trying to have like a full face, especially for every day and especially for like a quick audition. So if any of my scars pop through, like I really don't care. But if you're the type of person where you like want that to just disappear, then by all means do whatever layers you need. But I only put this where like my darkest scars are, and right now it's quite a bit, unfortunately, because my skin is just being very annoying right now. So I do that. And then I use my brush, my Merit brush, to help blend that out, or my Sephora brush. This is the one that was made for the Sephora Best Skin Ever. It's a perfect match for it, honestly. But this is what I use to just kind of blend everything out. And I do find that the Kosas concealer dries rather quickly. You just need to like really work this in. Also, this makeup look is super quick. It's gonna seem long, obviously, because I'm like talking through it, but it's so fast, trust me. And what I love about the Kosas concealer is that you don't need a lot of it, like you really don't. Perfect. And then I just go under my eyes just to make sure everything's kind of smooth there. Guys, this is pretty much our base. I need just a little bit more brightness in my under eye area. I will go in with the Maybelline eraser. I know this is like such an old like OG YouTuber concealer, but it freaking works. I get the shade 130, which is shade medium, because the new packaging now doesn't say medium anymore, it just says 130, which is annoying. And I just go right here, right there in the under eye part, right here, and then a little bit on the right side. That freaking mark from my glasses kills me. And then just one little dot in the outside area. You can just like let this dry just a tad so it becomes a little tacky. I have a little fan, which I highly recommend. I will link it in the description box. It's perfect. Come on, car. It is perfect for the hot weather. It has 3 speeds and it folds, which is what I really love. Makes it really compact. You could just throw it in your bag. I think that's good enough. So once it's dry, or like how I want it, and I go in with my sponge and I very gently start to blend that all out. And I just feel like this really helps with making my eyes look alive on camera. All right, so everything's blended out. The only thing that we really need to do now is set everything. And another key product that I've been absolutely loving, that I bought the same day that I bought the Kosas concealer, was the Makeup Forever HD setting powder. This is in the shade 3.0 golden beige. And when the girl tried it, like tested it on me, I was kind of nervous because you know the lighting in Sephora is absolutely horrible, and usually when I go in there and they match me, I have to go back and like change the product for something else because I just feel like they just don't do a good job sometimes. It's probably the lighting. But I will say that with this visit, they matched me perfectly with the Kosas. They matched me very well with the Ilia skin tint, which by the way, if you want like a demo of the lip tint, let me know. Of the skin tint, let me know. I'm happy to do that. And they also matched me well with this one. And she did say when you put this on, it looks like it's going to be too light for you, but it kind of just melts into the skin, trust me. And I was like so scared. I was like, girl, everybody always says trust me, and it's a hot mess, but honestly it's so good. So anyways, I just go in here, get some product on my sponge. Sometimes I use the sponge and sometimes I use a powder brush that I have. I'll show you in a second. And then on my forehead, here around my nose, chin, lower lip area. Then I take my little brush. This is the Real Techniques setting brush. Do I love Real Techniques? They should freaking sponsor me. And I just kind of go in and blend everything out. I also go over my eyelids because that is important. if you crease like I do, you want to make sure you get on top of there. And then I just kind of move all over to the rest of my face. I don't add any more unless I feel like I really need to, but this pretty much does a good job of like setting and mattifying. That's the setting powder. The next thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of bronzer and blush. I usually use the NARS Laguna. I know that's such another OG YouTube product, but I'm completely out. But I'm going to use the Frida Kahlo collection. This is a blush and bronzer duo, and this is what it looks like. The bronzer and the blush is just such a pretty shade. If a character requires more, I will do more. If it requires less, I will do less. But I just put a little bit on my nose. It can be very pigmented, so I just do a little bit on my nose. That it's very subtle. A little bit on like my cheek area and on my forehead, because my forehead is so big. Just kind of like what I do to sculpt my face a little bit. And then for blush, I just use the blush side of it. It's like a pinky color. Blush is one of those things that I feel like you can go in on and put a lot, because it just kind of always doesn't look like enough on camera, you know? If you want to go and do more on your nose and contour to perfection, then you can do that. Usually for my audition makeup, I don't set it because I'm literally gonna film and then like take it right off. It's so quick. But because this is also good for every day and I am gonna be filming other things today, I am going to set it. And I have the Milani Make It Last Matte. Actually, I'm all out of this one, but this is the one that I usually use, or the one from L'Oreal. The L'Oreal Infallible is so good, but this one is almost exactly the same, and so is the one by NYX, and it's just like a little bit cheaper than the one from L'Oreal. Instead, I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Mist It and Fix It 2. I know some people like are obsessed with this, but usually when it comes to MAC face products, I can't use it because it irritates me. This one has been okay for me, so I'm just gonna step away from the lens, all over. As I have the fan, I will also go in with my sponge and lightly press that makeup into my face, because you know, I feel like this kind of helps your face not look too powdery. So another thing that I will usually do is I will use the same bronzer that I put everywhere, and I will use that like on the crease of my eyes just to give it a little color. But I actually don't feel like doing that today, but that's like another thing that you can do. The last thing that I do is eyes. Sometimes I will go in with a nude liner on the lower lid, on my lower like lash line, waterline, because it just helps your eyes to look so much more alive and awake. But for today, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Signature eyeliner. This isn't the one that I typically get, but this is the one that the store had, so I got it. This is the retractable one, and this is in the shade Brown Denim. So I usually like browns under my eyes instead of black. It's like less harsh, but you still get a little, you know, definition there. Is it definition? You know what I mean? Like it makes your eyes pop a little bit. I feel like my eyes are creasing a little bit here. Sometimes to set my face, but also just as a foundation. After the Kosas concealer, instead of going in with this, I will go in with the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin. I first got this in the shade Y375, and because I got a little bit of a tan this summer, I got Y415 this time, and I love this. I love this. If you have oily skin, you will love it. It will just make you look so poreless. You use the white side if you just want light coverage, and then the dark side if you want more heavy. As you can see, I just always use the lighter one because I feel like that's more than enough. And now for mascara, one of my faves, the Essence Lash Princess. I love this freaking mascara, and I will apply this to my bottom and my top lashes. The last thing I will do is my lips. I keep that very simple as well. I usually do like kind of like a light pinkish gloss with some lip liner or something like that. Just keep it very simple. I do have a lip plumper on my lips because I did mention I was opening my Walmart beauty box, and there was one in there from Physicians Formula, and it's called the Diamond Plumper. It's a mineral wear lip plumper. This bottle, this little thing is so cute. Isn't that like so pretty? Just like that crystal looking. Look at that. Anyways, I have that on my lips already, but I will go in with some type of nude lip liner, sort of like a light beige type of toffee coffee color. I like to keep it in the natural tan family, basically. But this one that I've been using a lot, the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner. These lip liners are so freaking good. You guys have to try them. So this is totally toffee. we're all done. That is my super simple audition makeup. This is also really great for a very simple and quick everyday natural makeup look. This is what I've been doing. It's super fast. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications if you haven't already done so. I would love to have you join my YouTube family. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.